Hey guys, and we're back again to talk about Archeterica with its honorable author, Anton. Uh, I am really pleased to make this conversation because you are a leader of mystical, unknown forces and secret conspiracies. Unknown leader, of course, maybe. And it's a really interesting book and setting and system that you're presenting here. So, can you tell us what Archeterica is really about? What kind of experience can we go through?
Yes, first of all, thank you for saying honorable author, because usually we write Anton Relic, the mad author of Archeterica,
Oh,
but honorable author, it's okay too. And I cannot tell you what is Archeterica really about, because that is deep lore secret, and you have to go through a few stages of enlightenment to get this secret. Like, you have to play for at least 5 years, and then maybe we will introduce you into what is really Archeterica about. Uh, but in general words, hello everybody again, and I'm presenting Archeterica. Archeterica is game of genteel conspiracy and razor-sharp enlightenment set in alternative Napoleonic era, like early 19th century. This is a game about secret societies, about gentlemen and gentlewomen in top hats with flintlock pistols, pursuing their wildest dreams, engaging in a forbidden arts, and all this in a backdrop of changing, shifting world. Archeterica is a classless game. This is a game built on 2d6. It is very narrative in when you're exploring the world, and very tactical when you're engaged in a combat. We have been developing it in Ukraine for about 10 years, I guess, and now we are on our first steps to conquer the international community.
Whoa, it's a really huge work. I know that you really made it for the really long time, and the book is really huge. And you can kill somebody by this book if he enters your secrets and can break conspiracy. Just kill him with the book. Well, it's really huge idea that never came out in communities because most of themes and settings are like more about fantasy, more like D&D types, and all. We know games like Vampires the Masquerade or I don't know, Year Zero Engine books and some, but Napoleonic times, conspiracy, all this stuff. It gives us so fresh experience, and I wanted to ask you, can you remember that moment when you thought about this idea? Like, I want this setting, this theme. I know that I will create something like this.
Yeah, I cannot tell that this was like one exact moment. My dear friends who participated in our first brainstorms about a decade ago, they can remember that we had this ever-shifting idea. Like, one day we're doing sci-fi game, next day we're doing weird fantasy game that is taking place in dreams, and it was shifting all the time. And it is always like the little things that influence you the most, like the strategy games of Cossacks, made by Ukrainian studio, that I was playing when I was in school, and I just remembered it, and it was fun. Like the book that I read once, or the cool scene from the movie, and all that was going together. And maybe if somebody has seen our trailer of Archeterica, you have heard this very weird music in this trailer. This is the song Asleep or Awake from Team Echo Heart. It was also made like 10 years ago. And somehow that song inspired me. Okay, we will be doing a game about mystical enlightenment, conspiracy, and maybe okay. These voices in the song, they remind me of 19th century, so let us go for 19th century. 19th century, yeah.
Okay,
And
so it was like a flash of emotion that led you to this idea.
yeah, and we always wanted to do. I always wanted to do, and everybody who support me to do something different. Definitely not fantasy. There was a lot of cool stuff made about Victorian era, and this is our inside joke when somebody says, "Oh, Archeterica, this is a Victorian game," and we are like, "No, hell no, it is not. It's Napoleonic era. It's other thing." But so there was like not a lot of content made in Napoleonic era, and I love it. I even used to have like email Napoleon something gmail.com when I was in school. So we just thought of that it will be some fresh mix. And I was heavily influenced by X-Files when I started working Archeterica. I watched all like 10 seasons in one big go, and a lot of other stuff, and it's all mixed up. And we are doing X-Files, Dreams, Enlightenment in 19th century Napoleonica, okay. And then like this was crazy idea, but we polished it with a lot of interesting researchers. Like we're doing game about 19th conspiracies, secret societies, 19th century, but what do we know about 19th century? And we start reading diaries of like soldiers who participated in Napoleonic Wars, of officers. We watched all historical like videos that are there on YouTube, and even collaborated with some of historical YouTubers in our actual play. And we tried to make it all work, like to make sense. So we have reasons why in 19th century the secret societies, we understand how they are working with each other, how they are working with government, nations, and I can tell that this works, the system works. We have this big lore, and our lore is well interconnected with rules that we wanted to implement, and it's all work as one big system mechanism. And you told that we have a big book that you can kill somebody with. So Ukrainian rules are more than 500 pages, and on release full rules will be I aim for 666 pages. And
That's beautiful.
yeah, and but this is a long way for us to publish this full book. This is a very long way to publish the whole rules in English language.
I remember when we spoke earlier, you mentioned that you actually know the time it takes to like
Reload
the
the map.
reload the rifle. Yes.
Yeah. It's if you know, in 19th century, all the weapon it is bore loaded, so barrel loaded. And for many players in Archeterica, this is a surprise when he says, "Okay, I shoot my flintlock," and you shoot, and then says, "Okay, I shoot it second time," and the GM says, "You cannot." It is one-shot weapon, and it takes about 14 seconds to reload pistol, 21 seconds to reload musket, 35 seconds to reload the rifle, and it greatly varies depending on your like training and the general situation that is going on. And we try to give like a lot of feeling of this. We tell that Archeterica this is a historical pseudo realistic game. So we try to do everything as much as possible close to realism, to historical things, but it is still game, so it is pseudo realism for it to be playable.
As it's not about harsh mechanics, but more like about feeling on this battlefield when you have a rifle or musket.
Yeah.
This is so original. I just love it. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about the Kickstarter because you are the first Ukrainian author who went there and reached the first goal in less than a day. Was this success shocking to you? Did you expect that Archeterica would have such support?
Yeah, it was. I was shocked by the support of our community. It was really huge and meant a lot for me. And this was a really long way for us. We started 10 years ago, and everybody was asking, okay, when will we release? When will we release? And my parents are all the time asking me, Anton, what about your project? When you will publish it? And I says, next year, definitely next year we will publish it. And then as I heard you discussing it with Daria Yegorova that like when the war starts, everybody started doing something. And I just said, when the full-scale invasion started, I just said to myself, okay, this is time like to put some kind of dot, a spot, just to publish something for it to be out there, for it to be like, I suppose it can be like uh, something we can be proud of, Ukrainian product that can be interesting for outside world, for Europeans, Americans, for Western world, for them to buy, to play, to talk about Ukraine in some positive way. So, and we had this like 180 degrees turn to make not big book, but to publish a starter set, which is like a good introduction. It is called The Invitation. This is an introductory to the big game of Archeterica. And it consists of introductory rules, only 50 pages with everything you need. If it is too much for you, you can even start with our quick start, that is pay what you want on drive-through RPG, and you can easily use this as your like first step into Archeterica. It has everything you need to play the game. Our introductory rules expands on character creation options for you to have more interesting characters. And in a starter set, we have introductory rules and 3 signature adventures, and a lot of other, if you're getting the physical copy, a lot of other fancy stuff for gaming accessories for you to play with.
That's interesting that you mentioned the fancy stuff. Maybe you can tell more about it.
Yeah. Yeah, for example, we have our special dices to D6 branded with Eye of Enlightenment for Archeterica. And, there is usually there are no miniatures, Napoleonic era miniatures. So we put in our starter set laser cut wooden miniatures. So everybody could just take there it will be 25 plus miniatures on a 1 A4 sized plank, and you can just take the starter set, pull them out and play. Yeah, you can now see them on the screen and play with your friends in your club. We decided to do that because we used to play in our club, Play Hard. Maybe you heard about it on today's stream. And we played in Napoleonica. We using miniatures from Warhammer, from D&D, and it did not felt right. So we want to make sure that everybody who will be playing Archeterica will use these figures. Will have figures to play with. They are very durable. They lived like for many years in our gaming club, and our players enjoy them. Also, you can see the miniature of Mist Walker. It is twice as high. Mist Walker, it is like physical form of ghost of undead sinner, and you can meet face to face with one of these ghosts in one of our signature adventures that is in starter set. So we wanted to make the starter set full with adventures, full with rules, and full with nice little things that you can touch and play with, and they will beautifully on your gaming table, I hope.
Yes, a wooden loot for me as a loot goblin looks
Yeah.
so original. I love this texture and how it looks like on the table with papers of game. I wanted to ask whose was the idea to make it wooden? Because it I can find sometimes some projects with wooden figures, but it's not like a common thing. Mostly people like go with plastic.
Yeah, I was working with a few guys who had a laser cut startup, and I was looking through their pictures, and we were thinking that we need our own miniatures for Archeterica, but 3D printing was not that widespread as it is right now. Like we started thinking about miniatures 5 years ago, and I saw the photos of this wooden cars and other stuff, and there was this little man, 2D man, and I asked my friend, "Oh, what is that? How difficult it is to do that?" And he says, "Like it's very easy to do that." And unfortunately, till now we have like 3 different startup companies or laser cut companies closed down, and we are working with Force startup, laser cut startup, and yeah, I think we will deliver. Like I found the best specialist for wooden laser cut in Ukraine, and he's working with us to make sure that we deliver the best possible quality to our bakers. And by the way, director, can you take back Julia to our stream? And
Monsters took me to another world.
yeah.
Okay, continuing this question.
I want to add that everything for this our starter set will be produced in Ukraine. Will be produced in Ukraine, printed in Ukraine. So this way, and all our like artists, designers, everybody is from Ukraine, translators from Ukraine. We want to as much as possible support Ukrainian entrepreneurs, artists, creative people, creative folk, just to give more support through this project. And by the way, talking about that, we are on Roleplay Ukraine. This is a charity fundraising event. It's not just common charity, it is fundraising for medical supplies. So I invite all of you to go to Buy Me a Coffee, to PayPal. If you're Ukrainian, you can go to Monobank and donate for medical supplies, first aid medical supplies that will go to the front lines to save life of civilians, to save life of our defenders. So I would like to thank you for organizers of this event, but we are the organizers of this event. So thank you to us and thank you for all our supporters.
Yes, and I should say that there are no small donations. Every bit counts, and we are really grateful for people around the world who joined our festival and help us saving lives in Ukraine. Thank you. Again, continuing that question about the Kickstarter success, I'm seeing that Milligan Flowers in our chat says that interesting that Napoleonic settings aren't popular, considering TTRPGs started with war games, and war games started with Napoleonic reconstructions. This is a really good thought, and I guess it is leading us to that maybe Napoleonic setting and theme isn't popular because nobody made something in this theme, but the success of Kickstarter tells us that people actually are starving for content like this.
Yes, usually I know that there are few projects of in Napoleonic era. It is far less than in other eras or in generic fantasy or dark fantasy or sci-fi. And I guess there is really much, there is a lot of to explore. And this is also about a comment of Morlingan Flower. This is the thing that this like I was inspired. I was inspired by Napoleonic miniatures, by Napoleonic books, Napoleonic old games. Then I forget about it for like a lot of years, and then it comes back to me. So let us hope that there will be a great revival of Napoleonic era, and everybody will be playing Napoleonic era TTRPG, and then and in TTRPG chats, everybody will be saying, "Oh, again, Napoleonic era game. I beg you to play something different this time."
That would be really
Surprising.
interesting times. Yes, and I can tell that if you go to Kickstarter to support this beautiful project of Ukrainian author who is helping fundraising medical supplies for Ukraine and making many other fundings, you will be pleased with video there because, as you mentioned before, you did a video like to represent how Archeterica feels like, looks like, and I myself, when I was watching that video, I had a strong feeling of dance macabre. And I guess that this video is like the first touch of Archeterica that just takes you in and doesn't let out.
Yeah. Dance Macabre is one of my favorites music by Camille Saint-Saëns, and we usually play it out on our games. Unfortunately, I have not found like this royalty-free version I can use for online actual plays that we can post on YouTube, but maybe one day we will gather musicians and record our own Dance Macabre and use it in all our videos.
Okay, that would be beautiful. I wanted to ask you who helped Archeterica come to life? Like, I know that you had a great community and also you worked with Divna Agency and maybe some other people that are in close touch with this project.
Yeah. Before we jump off from Kickstarter, I want to add a few things that You talked about surprise. The biggest surprise for me was that all collectors said they were taken away in the first like 3 days, 3-4 days. We had a limit of 99 copies for collector's edition, and collector's edition includes an additional die set, the Aurora Witness die set. It includes 3D printed Mistwalker figure, large scale model, and different accessories, gaming accessories, and usually, I have researched the statistics. Usually, it goes as like 30% bakers go for digital reward, 60% go for main reward, and it's left like 10% for premium deluxe result. And for us, in the first like few days, it was vice versa. It was 80% goes for deluxe version for collector set. It was claimed out in the first few days, and I understand that this is because the community want to support me, and it means a lot for me. And this like interest, this support, it is just great. And there were a lot of requests to make a bigger print, like to large number of collector set. We cannot do that because we promised that there will be 99 of collector sets, but you can get one that is still unclaimed and that is even more exclusive than usually, like hundreds out of 99 collector set in our charity auction in Discord. You can go to Discord server, find the charity caravan, and find the charity auction, and there will be the Archeterica invitation set, collector's set, that is not for sale anymore. You cannot find it anywhere, but you can find it here and win it by donating for medical supplies, by helping saving lives in Ukraine. And this set is even more special than others because it has the Witness of Hope dice set, special dice set made exclusively for this collector set. These are dices branded with Eye of Enlightenment, like symbol of Archeterica. And this dice set is made in Ukrainian colors. It symbolizes just like bravery, hope, and I urge you to go to our charity auction, to go to the Archeterica Invitation Collector set, see for yourself, and claim it. Like, make your bid. It starts from $100, and delivery is included, so it is like the same price for as in Kickstarter if you're abroad. If you're in Ukraine,
but it is inclusive.
Yeah,
This is really exclusive.
yes. So please, everybody who asked about that they want to get more collector set, this is your chance to get it and make me happy and make happy our medical volunteers who are waiting for more money to buy more tourniquets to save more lives. You can get this exclusive copy right now. So I hope that when we will end this interview, like in 15 minutes, we will open that and see that somebody has done the first bit. Let us break the ice. I will wait for it.
Okay, this is the unique chance, and I guess that this is the last that survived after Loot Goblin army attacked
Yes, yes.
Kickstarter. Yes, I encourage you to get a chance in auction, and this will also help Ukraine survive.
Yes.
Okay, returning to our questions. So, who helped Archeterica come to life?
Yeah, so there is a huge team, a lot of co-conspirators with whom we've worked together. Yes, great thanks to Konstantin Kostonius Tratsky, who GM'd, he mastered, GM'd our signature adventure Good Mayor on this festival, and he was the one of the first masterminds with whom we developed the setting, playtested the rules. He is like our legendary GM because he GM'd the first campaigns of Archeterica. Everybody in our community he is in awe of him, and he's awesome campaigns. So great thanks to him. Great thanks to our Imago Dev, our secret inner cult, where we used uh, to shout at each other, arguing for ideas. What is the best way to implement game mechanics of enlightenment? How to balance different combat talents and other stuff.
To rule the world.
Yeah, to deny everything. We did not discuss that. And you can see the names. You can see the names of these people in our starter set, in our honorable playtesters. And if you get the collector set, your name also is going into that section. It will be printed, and if you get the collector set from charity auction, your name also will be printed in the book. So it is your chance to get a little bit of immortality for yourself. So please rush and claim that last final collector's set. Oh, I have. Yay! I see that Rin has done the first beat, has broken the ice, and thank you a lot. Great for you. I hope that you will find worse opponents in the race to win this collector's set. I will take time to put a fiery heart. That's emoji of that beat.
The war started. This is just the beginning.
Backstabbing. Okay.
Okay, so what about Divna Agency? How did they do the the designs?
And when we've been like 10 years in development, we understood that, okay, the funny thing that at first I love reading, I love big systems, and I'm not a great visualizer. So at first we aimed to print a book with very simple design, like just one page, like one column at the page, no no layouts, and black and white art, because it will be cheaper. And I found an artist who draw in black and white. This is Sherbak Oleksiy, great artist from Kyiv, Ukraine. And I found him by chance, and we collaborated. And at first we collaborated because, he was a student back then. It was very cheap, black and white art, easy to use. Then we understood that, okay, like this, we got this philosophy of high quality, that if we're doing something, it has to be high quality. And we understood that, okay, we're not doing black and white art because it is cheap. Now we're doing black and white art because this is freaking awesome. Like art, like Sherbak is doing something next level with his surrealistic style. And like the next step for us was when all the rules were done, when we had art from Sherbak, but it was not looking good. And I used some tricks, mind games, and went into contact with Daria from Divna Agency. And this was a real conspiracy because everybody told me that she is very busy and she's not available to do more projects. And I said, okay, hold my cup of tea, and I made a few intrigues, and we started working with her. And she and her like team, Mariana Savchur, they brought the design of Archeterica to some new level that was impossible for me to do because they are professionals. Like they made all these researches. Our, I believe, Julia, you have seen our Miro board.
Yes.
I guess it is huge. We can call it huge because there are like hundreds of pictures of references from real life 19th century occult books, where they had like arguments that went on for weeks, for months, about what type of font will be like the most historically accurate but still readable for this game. And I was like, oh my god. I know how to argue about rules and lore for months, but this was something new for me, and I really enjoyed working with them. They're true professionals, and we have like a lot of more ideas to work for. Like, if everything will be okay, if our supporters will ask for more, we will give them for more. We've got plenty of ideas and plenty of content planned out.
Actually, when I saw the first designs of Archeterica, I was like, shut up and take my money. It was a super pooper high level of design quality, and I'm just waiting for my book to come to me, and I want to take it to my hands and meditate on this beautiful design and maybe kill one of my enemy. I don't know. But I'm sure this is a high quality project that will be precious for anyone who backed it, and it will be not just a nice a part of collection, but also a beautiful story for everyone to tell with their friends.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to one question. You know what I'm talking about. You're the official author of Archeterica, okay? It's a game about gentlemen, mystic unknown forces, secret conspiracies, global intrigues. Well, you are the official author, but who is behind Archeterica?
Okay, there's no real proof. I'm the only author for Archeterica, and okay, there goes the secret picture of me and David Lynch, and he's just writing something for me, and it is definitely not NDA, and we are not definitely not in a conspiracy with him. And he definitely takes no part in Archeterica. And I was never in Twin Peaks and in Black Lodge.
That was unexpected. That was an intrigue, but I wasn't ready for this. Okay, don't tell him that I know this.
Just thought it proves nothing. It proves nothing.
You've seen nothing. Nothing
Yes.
happened.
Yes. So, and I've got one more. Like it's not real intrigue, but it's one of way to say thank you to Ukrainian community, to all our supporters. You can, if you want, you can. We are in the final days of our Kickstarter. It's like 2 days left. And you can jump into Kickstarter. You can still grab the base, the invitation set printed. You can grab the digital one, and I encourage you to do this. Great news that we will have both English and Ukrainian versions printed. We had our doubts if we will have enough orders for Ukrainian version, but there was a huge support from community, and we will print the Ukrainian versions. And we were fully funded in first 24 hours. We reached our 2 milestones, and we are like on the way to reach the third, which is very thrilling for me. It's a huge support. And right now on Roleplay Ukraine, we are also fundraising. We are fundraising for tactical medicine supplies, and I feel like it is my duty to announce that we are giving at least $1,000 from our Kickstarter to Roleplay Ukraine charity fundraising for them to go to tactical medicine to buy more tourniquets and to help more people. So, director, if you can just add $1,000 to that charity progress bar, and I think it will take a little bit time and everything will goes as planned. It will take I don't know how much time. I'm new in this Kickstarter business, but we'll make this transaction to our volunteers.
This is really cool, and I appreciate that this festival of yours has such a good goal to help our defenders, to help with medical supplies, because saving lives in Ukraine is really important for us with this full-scale war, and we do not stop. We live, we survive, and we create new content. And I assure you that Ukrainian content is one of the best in the world. You just should try it.
Yeah. Like the main reason why we are able to do all this festival, to talk, to play, enjoy games, this is because of brave men and women who are there on front lines, doing their duty, and we are trying to do our best to help them to participate in a war against invaders. So once again, I encourage everybody to join our fundraising. I hope very much that we will beat last year record. I think we have beaten it already, but I have to make calculations. And let us aim for at least, like, I don't know, 5,000, maybe more, even more. The more we get, the more lives will be saved. So thank you first of all, thank you for our brave defenders, and thank you for all our supporters, and inside Ukraine and outside Ukraine. Stay strong together.
Okay, do we have some time for questions now?
Yes, we're the last stream, so we can go like for 2 hours discussing everything.
I wasn't ready for this.
Just
Okay.
take a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee. Somebody give me a cup of coffee. Okay, Ratibor GM asks
By the way, I
that...
want to interrupt you for a second, like just to say thank you for Julie, who has been the host for whole event for, I guess, like 6 hours already, doing great job. We might seem a little bit tired, both of us, but we are very happy inside. So thank
And
you
this is
all
true, and
for
it
being with us.
yes, and it is not slavery. I assure you. Okay, so let's take one question. Ratibor GM said that it is interesting that another game for Victorian era should be released 2 years ago and still not released. It is about 5e version of Victoriana from Cubicle 7. What do you think are the chances to take interest from that contestant?
I don't think that we will like be in the same field, because there are 5E, like, how is it called, the additional modules. I know that there's Canon and Nations, which is directly about, like, it's not Napoleonic era, it is War of Independence, but it's almost the same, War of Independence of United States. Almost the same, muskets, cannons, and I spoke with developers. They are really nice guys. Their Kickstarter was really successful, very successful, and but still we are playing on very different fields, aiming for very different things. And if we talk about Cubicle, I think I will draw more inspiration from Imperium Maledictum when they will release additional content for it. This is their like latest Warhammer roleplay game. I and my fellow friends, we were playtesters. You can find our names on the first page of Imperium Maledictum. And I love that game, and I don't understand why they are wasting their time producing some 5e content or other games. You have Imperial Maledictum, like, you have to produce additional book for it every month at least. Please start doing it. So, uh, just speaking directly, I have not drawn inspiration from any like game that is set in this period, but I have drawn inspiration from surprisingly Warhammer, World of Darkness, and other such games. I think maybe the closest thing might be Call of Cthulhu Regency, but I have not played it yet. And maybe there was hack on Blades in the Dark. It was called Court of Blades, I guess, something like that. I would be happy to play those games someday and just compare the flavor and get a new inspiration.
Okay, and we have another question here. Anton, when to expect the next Archeterica LARP? Live action role-playing things, I guess?
Yes, live action role playing. We had a great event, I guess it was 2016. We had this event near Kiev, and it was great. We fought with swords in the costumes. I want to repeat that. And when we win war, the next summer we are doing LARP, and we're inviting everybody and our foreign friends and everybody from all over the Ukraine. We're doing LARP event for Archeterica. So get ready, like sharp your knives.
Backstabbing included.
Yeah, of course. It's like main backstabbing. It is main social mechanic in Archeterica.
This is
Archeterica
great.
is a plot-driven game, and plot is driven by backstabbing.
But best backstabbing is intrigue, without even using a knife.
Yeah.
Now you know how to play Archeterica. Okay, Shini9 asks us, so after the success of Kickstarter, what is the next goal? Do you want to continue working on Archeterica?
Yes, because my great dream is to publish the full book of Archeterica. In Ukrainian, it has, as I said, more than 500 pages. And I dream of publishing it. It is a very big project. It will take a lot of resources just to translate it, to do all the art, and we have an ongoing argument if that should be one big book or we should divide it. And there is one wise man that says that it has to be one book. And that wise man, it is I, and everybody else is telling me that I should divide it. So I would be very interested in your comments. Like, do you see it possible? Do you see it interesting for you to bake a huge 666 pages book with a lot of additional rules for ritual practices, secret society management? Or you wish to you think that it is better to make it separate Kickstarters for like 200 pages rules divided like this is everything you need for player. Uh, this is separate books for doing occult rituals, and this is separate book for managing your secret society.
Mhm.
Uh, Please write in the comments in the Twitch what you think is best. Uh, place your best arguments why, and we will decide. Uh,
But maybe some supplements will come up, like another Kickstarter project lately.
so I like we have this written rules in Ukrainian, and it is hard for me to see them divided in different supplements. And I plan like our next Kickstarter. I suppose it will be an adventure book. 6 scenarios. It will be called the Brahmian Gothic. It is weird. It is magic adventures in a genre of magical realism.
Mm-hmm.
6 one-shots with separate characters, but all events are taking place in the city of Brahmastad, our like signature city. And in each adventure, players encounter very weird like mystery, and those are like difficult one shots because we have signature one shot called the Good Mayor. It is, I think, it is quite successful, but usually experienced player says, "Oh, it is too straightforward. We want something more complex." And these 6 adventures, they will be complex. There are in the chat a few guys who have played few adventures from this set. So we will have this weird, like magical realism adventures book. Is our next Kickstarter. Right after we deliver physical printed sets of our starter set. And so if there's somebody who has played these adventures, like the strange deals, shady deals in strange alleyways, or about opium ghosts and friendship, friendship and ghosts in the opium den. Please write in the comments what do you think about these adventures. Do you recommend them? Do you think they have to be published or they have to be burned? Burned while we have a chance to stop this madness. Julie, what do you think? Is this good idea to go with this adventure book as next Kickstarter?
I guess that if this Kickstarter is so successful, why not? I would do that if I was you.
Great.
So,
Shinya, I love your logic.
Shinya said, of course, one large book is better weapon for toughest enemies, but as for a collection, a few books look totally better. That's a thought. That's a thought.
Once
Okay,
again,
we will fight enemies with the main book, and we will put supplements for collection.
yes, and once again, I invite you to go to our charity auction to fight the bid war for getting the collector set, like the final collector set. Uh, do it right now, do it tomorrow, and tomorrow will be the last day for this auction. And this stream is like the closing for today's stream. Julia, do you have additional questions, or will you wrap up our conversation?
I guess this would be a good finishing point for us. I want to thank everybody that were with us with all this conversation and all the previous conversations. We are happy having you here, and we encourage you to fund for Ukraine and thank you for inviting Line Festival. And I'm sure that you will have good experience and bright experience in our festival. Join some games if there are still places, speak to new people, and enjoy the Ukrainian culture. And thank you. That's all for today.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
We continue tomorrow with Ways and Adventures, actual play, more fundraising. Stay tuned and be safe.